Homeboys Wahapahapa wenjo.
Wahapahapa is a radio serial drama that we're developing here in Tanzania at Media for Development International. It's really about homegrown music, homegrown solutions to problems. The first step in developing a radio serial drama, which is being designed as a behavior change communication, is to do your homework. You need to be right up to date on the most current literature. Fortunately, we had a lot of research recently published here in Tanzania to draw on, which formed the foundation of our research-based communication. The next step is to bring together the practitioners who are delivering services in the field to find out what their communication challenges are. What do we need to prioritize in terms of their target audiences and the messages which they need communicated? And we basically developed what would be our kind of core approaches in terms of communication.
So if you will look at the big picture,
once we're kind of comfortable, like, yeah, we know what we need to communicate when we're focused, then the next step is to bring in the creative people. Basically, there's 2 or 3 aspects of the writer's workshop that are important. One is to first inform them about the AIDS pandemic.
So what is going on between the nurse and the family?
And then the second is to give them an understanding of how to write to a behavior change brief. We equip them with tools. We have games that we play that help them understand behavior change in an interesting way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He's weak. It's okay. He's been sacked. And now a conflict, family conflict. A situation which ends up.
And at the end of the scriptwriters workshop, then we were left with 4 candidates that we thought were really the best from the lot to work with. We took these 4 people and had a shorter 1-week workshop where we now began to create our universe and the characters, and during that workshop is where we basically designed our first quarter of programming. We have 4 storylines going in this drama. One is the band story. The band is really the driving entertainment force of the drama. And the characters that come in and out of the band or relate to the band are kind of the educational component. Their homes, their families, their lovers, their sisters, their brothers, and the complexities in their life, especially around issues, relating to sexuality and HIV. Another character is a young woman who's HIV positive that joins the band, and she's needs to disclose to the band that she's HIV positive. It's about stigma, basically coming to grips with the fact that more and more people around us every day are HIV positive. One is about a woman and her daughter, and it's a prevention kind of storyline. How do mothers and daughters interact in a way that's healthy, that empowers young girls to avoid infection? One of our main transitional characters is a guy named Ray, and he interviews real musicians from Tanzania, current popular musicians. His interviews are really looking at how music and musicians influence culture and society, especially when it comes around to issues of relationships, romance, love, sexuality. And then later we find out that, in fact, this guy is HIV positive. In fact, he's one of the characters that is carrying our treatment storyline. And he gets on ARVs, and he becomes a model of showing people that actually it's a big choice to get on ARVs, and it's not an easy thing to do.
Homeboys, Wahapahapa, Angel.
Hey, nimeiona hii karatasi uliniandikia kuhusu kupanua wigo vipindi.
Initially, we had our writers prepare 8 scenes from a cross-section of the storylines. We pre-tested these scenes with groups of both men and women who were representative of our target audience. We selected scenes that illustrated a range of approaches that we're using in the drama. A couple scenes clearly message-oriented, while others designed more for entertainment value, that were emotionally charged or driven by the music. We wanted to get a sense of how the material was working, how it was being received. The pre-test results were very encouraging. From there, we moved into the final auditions, rehearsals, and recordings. We want to be sure that the quality of our production is very high. State-of-the-art technology, digital technology, makes it much easier for us to very quickly do edits and inserts. There's a very strong musical component to the Wahapahapa drama, and almost every scene has a musical aspect to it. Whether it's a performance, rehearsal of the band's listening to other music.
Unasemaje sasa? Unajua Ima anajaribu kurudisha kijiwe.
We're using established Tanzanian musical stars, current contemporary stars, in our drama, and we expect that this is going to draw a lot of attention and make the program a lot more popular and current.
Sisemi kinachonizuzua mpenzi, hiyo ni siri ya moyoni mwangu. Tulia wangu mpenzi, tulia, tulia nami nipate.
The first episode of Wahapahapa was broadcast on Radio Free Africa on December the 1st, 2007.
Asanteni sana. Aisee, nashukuru sana baba yangu bwana kunikubalia kuja klabu Makatani. Alafu unajua kuna muziki kibao imebaki ndani ya kobe mzee.
Endelea bwana mzee Jabali, endelea.
Hapana jamani, hapana.
Endelea bwana.
Inabidi nipumzike. Tumeshacheza kwa masaa mawili sasa. Nawatakia kila la kheri jamani.
You can enjoy Wahapahapa every Saturday evening at 6:30 p.m. on Radio Free Africa.
Bwana na miaka 12. Kwa nini unamficha mtu wangu?
Hapana, najisikia kama ningeweza kupiga muziki mara kwa